Yes, I am a former stripper, and the name of the podcast is a marketing tool to make people pay attention. The question was, what would I talk about? What was my niche? Initially, it was going to be our podcast with my friend. But when it wasn't very professional and not very polished, my friend dropped out. I guess she didn't want to be associated with something that had too many technical issues and not edited. I wasn't mad or angry. I got it. Much like me, she's a perfectionist. But I wasn't going to be deterred. Maybe I'm crazy, but I have this crazy belief in myself. I was determined to continue on my own. But here's the thing, perfection can drive you crazy, and I am a perfectionist. There is no such thing as perfect. I've listened to and saw podcasts that are far from perfect by some of the best in the business. Yes, I made mistakes, big mistakes, and I learned a lot from them, and I'm still learning every day. The biggest lesson sometimes shit just goes wrong. The biggest lesson is sometimes shit just goes wrong. Kind of like life, you know. I still have technical difficulties. Sometimes my mic doesn't work right. Sometimes I think I'm live and I'm not. Sometimes I'm just winging it with no script and I'm repetitive saying and way too many times, and that's okay. I didn't do a lot of research and I jumped in with both feet and no experience. I didn't have any guests other than my friends or family. I don't have a degree in communications and I'm not an expert in any particular field. I felt that my life experience as a former stripper would be my guide. I started doing episodes on what was interesting to me. No topic was off limits, I would say. What was my goal in starting the podcast? I learned that when you start a business, the first question you must ask yourself is why? Why am I doing this? My initial purpose with the podcast was to tell my story. I didn't think at first that my why was to help others. Just like with the book I started writing, it was my way of healing. But when people reached out to me and responded to my story, I realized that I may have a bigger calling, that God may have a plan for me.